In this next video of 2.4, we're going to look at borrowing problems, taking out loans. So Allie, before we get started, so all of these problems, we are borrowing money. So that means our present value is whatever cost or price of the item that we are wanting to buy. And for all of these problems, our future value is $0, right? We want to pay it off. We don't want to have any more left. So that's what you do for borrowing money. Allie wants to buy a car and it's costing her $23,900. She agrees to make payments at the end of each month for 7 years, and she pays 8.4 interest compounded monthly. What is the amount of each payment? And find the total interest. For all these, there's always kind of like a part 1, part 2. So total number of payments for 12 months, 7 years. Our interest is at 8.4. And again, leave it as a decimal. Leave it as an interest. We don't need to change it as a decimal. Our present value is how much are we borrowing? $23,900. And then we don't know what the payment is. That's the question, the first question. Our future value is $0. And then we pay every month, and it gets compounded every month. So put this into your calculator. And so on your calculator, the payment is going to read as a negative number. So it will say in your calculator, $377.29. Now for your final answer, and on My Math Lab, you do not put that negative number. You just put the $377.29. So that's the first part. That's each payment. For 7 years, we have to pay this amount to pay for our car at 8.4%. She probably should wait for a lower percent, but. All right, so let's see how much she is going to pay total. So we know, so what's our monthly payment? We pay $377.29 for 7 years every single month. So 12 times 7, we make 84 payments of this amount. And that is $31,692.36. So that's how much we paid total. So how much actually did we pay our interest on top of the car? So let's see. Let's take our full total amount, that $31,000, and subtract it with the car's total to see how much extra money did we end up paying for this car. We ended up paying an extra $7,792.36. So that's how much interest we paid. For all of these, there's going to be 2 parts. A new employee charged $19.80 on his credit card to relocate. After realizing the interest rate was 27% monthly, he stopped charging. He wishes to pay this back in 2 years each month. So what is our monthly payment? All right, so we pay for every single month for 2 years. Our interest is 27%. Our present value is that $19.80. We don't know the payment. Our future value, we want to pay this off, so it's $0. And we pay every single month, and it's compounded every single month. So you're going to put this into your calculator. Make sure to put the cursor over payment, and then hit alpha solve. And so for your payment amount is $107 $2,084.67. So that's what he pays monthly for 2 years to pay this off. So how much interest did he pay? All right, so let's take our monthly payments and multiply it with the 12 months over 2 years, so 12 times 2. So we made 24 payments of this. And so we paid of our own money $2,584.08. So now let's subtract that from what we were actually in debt of to see how much extra money did we end up paying the credit card company? So subtract that $1980. So over 2 years, we paid them an extra $604.08 of our own money. That is interest. The last problem we're going to look at, a sailboat costs $28,281. You pay 15% down and the rest each month over a 13-year period. If you must pay 6.9% compounded monthly, what is your monthly payment? So that's part one. And then how much interest will we pay? All right, so we pay 12 months over 13 years. Our interest is 6.9%. Our present value we need to figure out the present value because we ended up paying 15% down payment. So to figure out the present value, we need to take our $28,281 times our 15%. So you do need to change that 15% into a decimal. And you get $4,242 as the down payment. So we already paid that amount from our total. So let's take that $28,281 minus the $4,242. And what do we have left? We have $24,039 to pay. So that's going to be our present value. So we didn't borrow the full amount. We had some money and we put that down and we only borrowed $24,000. So we don't know our payment. Our future value is 0 and we paid and compounded every month. So put that in your calculator. And we got our payment of monthly payment, $233.82. So now we need to figure out how much interest did we pay. So take our monthly payment, multiply it with 12 months over 13 years, 12 times 13. So we made 156 payments. So then you get $36,475.92. And so that is how much we paid total over the 13 years minus the $24,000 because that's how much we originally borrowed. And so we paid an extra $12,436.92.